Hey there, home remodelers. Let's talk about money, specifically where yours is going and how to keep more of it. Do I have your attention? Good, because if you've ever felt like your money is disappearing faster than a subcontractor on a Friday afternoon, then this video is for you. Tracking your business expenses isn't the most exciting or glamorous part of running a home remodeling business, but trust me, it's one of the most important things you can do consistently throughout the year, not just when it's tax season. Categorizing your expenses the right way can help you budget smarter, maximize those tax deductions, which you'll pay less to Uncle Sam, and most importantly, make sure you're actually profiting from all of that hard work and running around. So that's what we're gonna do in today's video. Let's go ahead and break it down. So why is categorizing your expenses crucial? Most contractors don't get into business because they love bookkeeping, but ignoring your expenses is like working without a blueprint. You're setting yourself up for a hot mess. Here's why categorizing your expenses matter. First, clear financial insights. You'll know exactly where your money is going instead of wondering why your bank account is always a roller coaster ride. Number two, smarter budgeting. When you see patterns in your spending, you can plan better for future projects. And finally, my favorite, bigger tax deductions. Proper categorization ensures you're not leaving money on the table when tax season rolls around, not to mention you're keeping more of that hard-earned money in your pocket instead of the government's. So now let's talk about the 10 key business expense categories for your home remodeling business. All right, so number one, we have materials and supplies. This one's the easy one. Lumber, drywall, paint, you name it, you are going to track it. Number two, your labor costs and your subcontractors. This includes employee wages, payroll taxes, and your 1099 contractors. Number three, advertising and mailing. This includes social media ads, website costs, hosting, business cards, flyers, all that type of stuff. Number four, business insurance. We're talking general liability insurance, any workman's comp you have, and of course your auto insurance. Number five, office and administrative expenses. Things like rent, software that you're using for your estimates or QuickBooks, that type of stuff, your phone bills, and of course, any office supplies. So if you're printing stuff out, if you have a pen, anything goes, you are tracking it. Number six, another big one for you, vehicle and transportation costs, your fuel, your mileage, your maintenance, and the one thing that a lot of contractors and business owners forget is your vehicle depreciation. Number seven, equipment and tools, power tools, rentals, repairs, safety gear, and now you can tell your wife that you have an excuse to go buy a new tool because you can write it off. Number eight, permits and licensing, business licenses, building permits, accounting software, all of that goes. Number nine, software subscriptions. I kind of already mentioned this before, but things like project management, design, accounting software, you should be using some type of estimating software where you can literally produce professional estimates in minutes, like using Handoff. And finally, any legal and professional fees. Hopefully you don't have to write off any lawyer or attorney fees, but if you do, then you can write them off. Accountants, attorneys, and business consultants. So as you can see, those key expenses have a lot of branches to them. So you can literally have hundreds of things that you're trying to keep track of. So let's try to simplify it with some pro tips for organizing your expenses. Nobody wants to spend hours buried in receipts. So here's how to categorize your expenses without losing your sanity. Number one, keep it simple. Use broad and useful categories. You don't need 50 different labels. Number two, group similar expenses. Just like you organize your toolbox, keep related costs together. Number three, track every dollar. Even small expenses like gas and work boots add up over time. Number four, do not ignore depreciation. I talked about this earlier. Your tools and trucks lose value over time. Make sure you're tracking that. And finally, use accounting software. QuickBooks or Handoff can automate your process and save you lots of time and headaches. So now you know how important it is to track those business expenses, you know how to keep it simple, and you know which ones in what categories you need to start doing this. So now I want to make sure that you are aware and avoid these 4 common mistakes when you're doing all this. Number one, mixing personal and business expenses. This is one of the most common ones. You want to keep separate accounts and credit cards for business and personal. Number two, lumping everything into one category. Don't throw every expense into materials. Number three, forgetting to track cash purchases. Snap a picture of every receipt to avoid losing money. There are plenty of apps that will allow you to stay somewhat organized. You also want to not ignore recurring expenses. automatic payments. You might forget about one of them, only track like 3 months of them, but have some type of spreadsheet or way that you can track these recurring expenses. And of course, last but not least, do not wait until tax season to start organizing your expenses. Stay on top of it throughout the year and you're gonna avoid a lot of headaches and stress and probably end up helping save yourself a lot of money. So that's it for today's video, all about organizing your business expenses the right way. You know how important it is. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more tips to grow your home remodeling business.